It's the new Lion and King of the Mountain State show. I'm here alongside Keith No. We're talking to Antoine Brown. How you doing today, Antoine?
Well, how you doing?
Antoine, you're
Good, man.
coming off a hell of a debut. You're 1-0 at heavyweight. Your first fight, you were up against a 7-foot tall German guy. What's it like getting the call to fight that dude?
Oh man, it was real interesting though. At first, I didn't believe that he was 7 foot until I got close to him, and then he was towering over.
So talk us through that fight.
Well, the first round started, and I'm gonna keep it. I was super gassed my first time back in the ring. In the first round, I gassed myself out. I didn't pace it out, but it was definitely interesting. Learning curve though.
Mm-hmm.
Leon's a hell of a fighter. I don't know if I can curse on here, but he's a great fighter.
Go for it. Let
he
it
put
rip.
up a great fight.
Yep.
I don't take nothing away from him at all. Give it to him. Actually, he put up a great fight.
So now you're originally from Philadelphia, which is historically a big city for boxing. You got Rocky. That's where Joe Frazier's from.
Yeah,
who's one of my favorites. Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah.
So is that how you kind of got an interest in boxing?
Well, like you said, being from Philadelphia, they have a big range of fighters. Philadelphia is known for their boxing ability. And for a long time, I was just, from the age of 15 to like 16, 17, I was just training. I didn't really do no real fights. I would spar and everything like that. And it was mainly just to defend myself, But now I was like, well, let me actually try it out, and see exactly what it has to offer. So now I'm taking it a whole lot serious. And that was the reason for the first fight that I had here in West Virginia.
So what brought you to West Virginia? Was it like a Fresh Prince situation then?
It was something like that.
I'm going to go back, going back before you came to West Virginia, maybe before Philly. So this is when you were in Oklahoma City playing center for the Thunder.
Here's the Perkins.
Oh, perk.
Right.
So you get that a lot.
Yeah, definitely do, man. I hear it often. I think it's just the beard, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little weight on him. Perk might be a good fighter though, man.
Well, believe it or not, I want to say at least 6 to 9 months ago, I was every bit of 275.
Shoot.
Yeah, 275. I put the work in, and it came down.
Yeah. What'd you come in at on your last fight?
220.
Shoot.
Yeah.
50 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fighting at cruiserweight soon if you keep it up.
I know, right? Right.
So you're 1-0. You got this fight coming up with AR Green. He's also 1-0. What do you like? What do you think about this fight, this matchup, and
I think it's gonna be interesting to see. I watched his last fight. He had that knockout, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be interesting to see. I haven't really seen him fight too much at all. But it's definitely gonna be a battle, I want to say.
Yeah,
it's definitely gonna be that.
So you come out of this fight, you're gonna be 2-0, or you're gonna be 1-1. And what are you thinking as far as like your goals in the future? You want to go looking at going to the pro level after a few fights, or you want to we're going to have the heavyweight tournament next year starting January or February.
Mm-hmm.
16-man heavyweight tournament where our winner does get a contract offer as a pro fighter.
Okay.
What do you think?
The absolute goal is to go pro.
Yeah.
And to, make it on a big level.
Yep.
At the end of the day, everybody wants to be, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Mike Tysons, the Muhammad Ali's of, boxing. So that's definitely the goal, but definitely one step at a time, one day at a time,
mm-hmm.
One fight at a time, So one round at a time.
Yeah, one round at a time, man.
It is,
So that's something we're looking to do, man. We're trying to help you guys reach those goals. Trying to help you guys make it to the next level, make it to the top level.
So you mentioned Ali, you mentioned Mayweather. Are those some of the guys you look up to in the sport?
Absolutely. I would definitely, say that I looked up to Ali the most. He's definitely a legend in boxing thing.
And a champion, not only in the ring, but out.
But outside.
amazing.
Yeah, he actually, I mean, that man gave his life for this sport. I don't know if I can do it, but he did that. So, he's something different. He's something different. Mayweather, I admire his technique of the fight. Yeah. Like, I'm not really worried about, he's a guy that's not really worried about knockouts too much, but he's worried about winning the fight.
Yeah. So if you could, pick any boxer, who would you compare yourself to? Who do you think you fight like?
I'm not too sure right now. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you. I would like to be like, I'm Mike Tyson too. But well, it's not.
Who would you aspire to be like? What guys do you watch and are like, that technique? That's it. That's the way I want to fight.
I watch a lot of Muhammad Ali boxing. I watch Mike Tyson training. I watch Lennox Lewis Power. His combination. Mainly I watch mainly Mike Tyson's footwork. Footwork was phenomenal. His body placement was something crazy. He had very good technique. Thanks to his trainers, and Muhammad Ali's speed and grace around the ring was awesome. So yeah. I watch a variety of fighters and take what I need from them, and apply it accordingly.
So tell me, what's your training been looking like? Who are you training with?
I'm training with a guy called Mikkel Boss. I don't know if y'all know Mikkel.
No.
He did some fights here a while
Charleston
back.
area.
Yeah. He was fighting out of I want to say he started out in Huntington. Mm-hmm. And everything, and he had a few fights out that way with a guy named TK Kelly, I believe his name is.
Yeah.
And
Terrence Kelly.
Yeah. So I've been training with him for the most part, and then another guy that I train with, his name is Don. He in the Army. He not from here. He's from New York. Mm-hmm. And then I also train with a guy named Freddie over at boxing.
Okay.
So I mean, I got a couple trainers and everything like that, so I get it.
So how has your training changed from the first fight to the second fight? Because the first fight, you're coming in, you've never been in there. This is all new to you. And then, now that you've had a fight and you're coming into your second fight, how has everything changed? How has your look into your training changed?
Well, the first fight I had understood that being in shape was different from fighting shape. So I had to understand that first and foremost. So I went at it, this next training going around was just stamina.
Yeah.
More sparring, pacing myself throughout the rounds.
Yeah.
A whole lot more combinations to the punches and not so much as throwing arm punches like I was the first time around, But the training has mainly been cardio.
Yeah.
Mainly cardio to keep the wind going. Without the wind, you don't have no power, you don't have no arms, you're just sitting in the ring now. Mm-hmm. So that's mainly what it's been, is cardio.
Yeah.
So tell me, when you think about this next fight, how do you see it playing out? How do you picture it?
I really can't tell you. I really can't tell you. I guess the people just gonna have to see, for themselves when it comes up August 6th, I'm a humble guy, so I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna knock him out or whatever it is like that. That ain't who I am, but it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be real interesting.
So what are you gonna do if you guys get out there in the ring and he comes across that ring and tries to punch you in the face?
I'm gonna slip that one. I'm gonna definitely slip that one.
So where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now?
Yeah.
5 years from now, I'm hoping in 3 of these years, I make it somewhere comfortable with boxing. Mm-hmm. 3 years from now, somewhere very comfortable with boxing. By the time that 5th year roll around, I should be done.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, not trying to stay in it too long.
Don't want to get punch drunk.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do that. Man. But yeah, 5 years, 3 years within that, somewhere very comfortable with boxing. Within that, the last 2 years somewhere, getting up out of setting up a retirement plan. Mm-hmm. Got some structure, good solid foundation outside of that.
Yep. And
then take it from there. I said, when I first started, and I was like, I'm gonna get in the box. And I said, if Bernard Hopkins can actually do it, then I could definitely do it.
B-Hop was probably in a ring at 3 years old. Knowing him. Guy was just way too smooth, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But to come out of, prison and go into it, it was
yeah.
Yeah, it was different. Okay. I think I can do it.
I think we've got an idea of Antoine Brown the fighter. Tell me a little bit about Antoine Brown, the person. Walk me through a day in the life.
Well, every day I work 2 jobs. I work waste management in the morning from 4:30 till whenever we get done, and then I do direct care. So I deal with mentally and physically disabled people every day, all day. All right. So in between all of that is when I find time to do training. Like right now, I'm talking to y'all and I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
So in between all that time, when I get off from waste management, I try to find some time to go and work out. Like this whole week, I had my son with me while I was training, So yeah. I'm a regular guy. I'm a humble guy. I put in the work, and I definitely go to it. So yeah. There's nothing else different. I go to the gym, I get it in, I eat about, I want to say I get about 45 to 55,000 calories in a day though, So, there's really not too much. It's really not too much.
Yep.
So you're a dad. Tell me what it's like to be able to teach your son the value of hard work and to get him to be able to watch you step out there and compete.
It's definitely a blessing. It's definitely a blessing to be able to show him exactly what hard work is. So many guys out here that grow up without fathers, one of them, that don't get that opportunity to spend so much time with their dad, and then have actually one-on-one quality time though. Even though that it is in the gym and we training, or I got him with me while I'm at work, that shit still matter though.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a blessing to be able to do. I don't take nothing for granted. Everything that I have now is through the grace of God.
Yeah. I would bet, him being at the gym with you is some of the best time of his life, man. Memories he's gonna have forever, training with
definitely.
Dad.
Yep. definitely.
Yep.
I had him today in there. I went in I got about 4, maybe 5 miles in this morning running, but I left him home. I know he wasn't gonna run like that, And then I came back and got him, and I went to the gym, and I didn't have to tell him anything. He already knew the routine. He got to it, and then we was out eating after that.
That's
so
awesome.
It was definitely good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you think about him following in your footsteps one day and saying, "I want to be a boxer, Dad"?
I wouldn't want him to. The reason why, because I would want him to be his own man. Don't follow me, but do something better than what I take. What I do have to offer you and apply it somewhere else. So I wouldn't want him to follow me too much.
Yeah.
Well,
getting punched on ain't always good.
Yeah.
I think I've heard a lot of fighters that say that. They're like, "I don't want my kids doing this."
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it for me. How about you, Keith? You got anything for Antoine before we go?
Antoine, if you could say one thing to AR Green right now and he's watching, what would that be?
What would it be? Let's put on for the people.
All right. All right. Antoine, man, we appreciate you coming on. Looking forward to your fight. August 6th, Charleston, West Virginia, Charleston Civic Center, King of the Mountain State. Tickets on sale now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.